Let me start by describing the study that we did. As context, of course, technology advancement is an inevitability. The real question is what impact does it have on business? To study this, we looked at small businesses in particular, and we looked at what kind of technology they use, and we also looked at their performance. In summary, what we found is that there's actually three very distinct groups of small businesses based on the technology that they use. We've classified them into segments we call laggards, technology laggards, followers, and leaders. Leaders are the ones that are adopting the most advanced technology, today defined as cloud. And what we find, interestingly, is that leaders significantly outperform both followers and technology laggards in the market. And if you think about the potential impact from an economy perspective, we're talking about something on the order of, if we look at Germany alone, something like $150 billion US dollars of incremental revenue, and maybe as many as 650,000 new jobs. So when we dug in deeper to understand what are the drivers of this difference in performance, there were really three things that we found. The first is that these small businesses are using new technologies, including cloud technology, to find and access new customer base. That's simply helping them grow the top line. The second thing that they're doing is they're using cloud computing to scale their businesses very efficiently. The pay-as-you-go model with cloud computing means that we're essentially leveling the playing field between what big businesses used to do and what small businesses now can do. And third, small businesses are using cloud technology and technology generally to basically create brand new business models. These are businesses that otherwise couldn't exist without technology, but because of the new technology and the ability for small businesses to reach new customer bases and new suppliers, they're able to create value that didn't exist before. So what's interesting is that we studied 5 different markets. We studied several developed markets, Germany and the US. We also looked at India, Brazil, and China. One of the things that surprised us is those technology leaders, the companies that are adopting the advanced technologies, typically defined as cloud technologies, are even more advanced in the emerging markets than they are in the developed markets. So what you see is that essentially the technology leaders in these emerging markets are essentially leapfrogging on the technology front and going straight to cloud computing, whereas in the developed markets, there's an evolution from legacy on-premises to the cloud. In terms of potential policy implications of some of these findings, there's really 3 things that I would highlight. We described several more in the reports, but the 3 I would focus on are affordability, accessibility, and capability. So accessibility is essentially making sure that the small businesses in a given economy can access the cloud resources that are available today on a global scale. The affordability is that unnecessary friction and costs do not get added to the services that are available in the cloud. And the capability is really about training. Of course, there's technical training, but there's also just training and education in terms of the availability of these resources and how small businesses can harness them for better performance. I think from a European perspective, what is going to be important for small businesses is that they rethink how technology should be employed in their businesses. That the cost-benefit trade-off that they would typically think about, that gets rethought on both sides of that, both in terms of what is the upside and the opportunity, but also what is the cost. One of the powerful things about cloud computing is that the cost part of that equation has totally changed. It's no longer about significant capital expenditure to buy into some new large system. It's about, frankly, trial and error and a pay-as-you-go kind of model, which reduces the barrier significantly and is more natural in many ways for small businesses. But unless small businesses themselves consider these opportunities, they risk falling behind. And increasingly, small businesses are really competing on a global stage. And that means competing not just with other companies inside Europe, but competing beyond boundaries of Europe.